Brother, can you make a video of your gamma setting, please? I wanna do it like you, especially the loot setting.
Well, hello everyone. So recently, or semi-recently, in the last 2 or so months, I made like 13 or so Stalker Gamma videos, and for some reason those videos got recommended by YouTube to a bunch of people and they got a bunch of views. Thank you very much.
Oh god, it's so good.
And with those views came a bunch of comments asking me, hey, why are you getting all this good loot? Hey, how did you get this? Please show us more cock and ball. What the fuck? Thank you though. Hey, you're not supposed to get that. You know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I guess today I'm gonna show you my sittings. Like when you sit. So opening Stalker Gamma real quick, and as you can see I have 586 mods, which is I think about 8 mods more than it should be, because I may have installed some additional stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that is for the next series that I'm gonna be doing in 2 or 3 weeks or so, because I'm watching the World Cup right now. I just finished the Argentina-Egypt game and it was absolute cinema. So yeah, let's start the game really quick. Oh my god, look at that. Crazy stuff, guys. So here I am in the game. This is definitely one of the more boring videos. I don't know why I'm even doing this, but let's go into the settings. Here are my advanced visual settings. You can pause the video if you want. This is like pretty much the default settings that you get when you start Gamma. I don't have any shaders or anything. This is just like the default look pretty much. Now, if you are in the game, just like I am right now, you can pause the game, go into the settings, and you will see this new menu. If you click that, you will get this, which is just set to this by default, but I like to increase... Shut the fuck up. I like to increase the saturation from 105 to 15, because this looks very dead and sad and unhappy, and this looks pretty warm, so that's pretty fun. You can also flashbang yourself if you feel like it, or if the nights are very dark or something, and increase and decrease gamma and stuff like that. Oh my god, like the game's name, that's lol. And I'm pretty sure every time you start a new game, you can configure these settings whenever you feel like for each save. If I am correct, I don't know. But speaking of these graphical settings, if you do have very low FPS, definitely tick off grass shadows, because that requires a good computer. Grass density as well, rendering distance, size, that kind of thing. Sun rays you can turn off, or just tick screen space if you're struggling with frame rate. My frame rate is not the best. I'm averaging like 60-70 FPS, sometimes even like 30 if there's a bunch of AI on the screen, or even 10, who knows. There's a bunch of other stuff. Wow, so cool, guys. I love showing you text for 10 hours. I've turned all of these on for some immersion and stuff. I've changed my weather. Here are my weather settings. Persistent weather saves the conditions so that when you reload the game, it's gonna stay the exact same. So if you don't want that to happen, you can turn that off if you want. Maybe if you want like sunny weather for like a cool cinematic for like a YouTube video or something, you can check this off, select sunny and unselect everything else, and that should increase the chances of it being sunny. Anyway, here are the settings. I changed some of them because foggy and stormy I think was just checked to none by default, so that was a bit weird. Moon cycle length I made it 28 days. Medium bright nights because it was on slightly bright, and for the YouTube videos it's a bit bad because of compression and stuff. Everything here I think is default for the most part, I think. I don't know. Here are my general controls that people really care about. Oh my god. I did toggle the leaning mode, but then if you press Q or E you cannot sprint. You have to press it again in order to sprint, and I keep forgetting it, and then I just slowly walk away while leaning. So yeah, cool. Keybinds, no one cares. Cool. Gameplay. I will not click on these 3 because I think they crash my game. Oh look, it doesn't. Oh my god. But here is the disguise system things that I use. I've just checked everything off because it's very punishing. I don't know why, like I get spotted from way far away even if I'm just walking around. So yeah, it's kind of broken, but yeah, this is what I set it to. I made my NPC max tasks at 10 so I can get a bunch of tasks from like the same one person. This thing, I know what, I'll set it down to like 5, because then this might influence my teammates, because I tell them to loot corpses, so maybe they don't loot when I'm around. Stealth kills, everything is default, I think. I just changed a couple of numbers. I'm not gonna click on these 2 because they are gonna crash my game definitely. Watch this. Oh no, it doesn't. What the hell? Well, anyway, this, as you can see, is per your save, so you cannot just change it. You have to enter a game. So this is the default settings, actually. Wait a minute. This is wrong. What the hell? It says it will be applied to your active playthrough, yet right now I am in a game. I think the trader restock cycle is at 48 hours by default, and I changed it to 24 in my last save, so the settings got saved for some reason. So I don't know if these are the default settings, but these are the ones that I'm playing with. You can obviously change them. For example, you can get 3 times as much money from looting enemy corpses. To be fair, you get like 3 rubles, so it doesn't really change much. You can find more items on corpses as well if you feel like, so there's a lot of stuff to play with. Is this gonna crash my game? Oh! It's not. What the hell? Oh, actually, one person asked me about dynamic faction relations. Here it is. It's in the settings, the zone general. Good luck, bro. Congrats. You're welcome, I guess. But helicopter patrols I've checked off. It's off by default, so you know I don't really like that. Dynamic anomalies, you know, they can spawn in random places. If they have spawned in a place you don't like, you can just untick it, go back in game, and it should be gone, I think. So that's, you know, cool if there's like a person in a dynamic anomaly that's dead and you wanna loot them or something. Everything this is default, I think. I don't play Warfare mode, so nothing really to mention. The news, I've checked everything on. That's mostly default, I think. There's an auto save that you can enable. I have not. And that is it. Now on to the mod configuration menu. This is where all the fun is. Now most of these are default, so I'm not gonna mention what is default. It's better to mention what isn't. Wait a minute. Can I increase it to 100 so that every knife, every pelt is 100 quality? I don't know. Could be useful if you wanna play like that. When you use the auto looter, that doesn't sound like a real word. Auto looter. That sounds like a name or something. Anyway, if you disassemble ammo, sometimes it can make your game crash, so make sure that's ticked off. And if you automatically loot certain items, I think the button is Alt, yes, left Alt, so that can disassemble all of these items, which sometimes you might need to deliver a guitar to a stalker and get paid for it. That can be a little fetch task, so you might want to check this off, you know. Blackjack, I've set it to 10 to 10k, because the original sum is like very low, I think, like 2 or 4k or something. If you sprint with a broken leg, you can check this to 1, so you get hurt less. That's cool. Oh, that's actually good. I did not know this. Craft from stashes, you can check how. So if I check like 25, if I walk 26 meters away, when I try to craft, it's not gonna show me 4 million things, so that's good. I have changed this setting, normal maximum number of companions. I think it's like 3 by default. I upped it to 5, because by the time you get folk hero, you pretty much beat the game already, so you don't really even need them. I have increased the chances of artifacts spawning in anomalies. I don't know what the default is, but I changed my max artifacts per zone. I think it's 1 by default. I upped it to 3. I have added literally every anomaly you can, because some of them are turned off by default, I think. I have increased the amount of ammo that you get from stalkers. I think the default is 1, but for the longest time I was playing with 10. Now I decreased it to 5, so kind of cheating. But here is the most important thing. People asked me, hey, where did you get so many green barrels, or how did you get these heavy armors without having like expert tools or whatever? Well, this drop condition, you can go into outfits and change all these things. And as you can see, if I ever kill a legend stalker, the minimum condition of his suit is going to be 80%. I don't think I've ever seen a single legend in the game, at least from playing the game for like 50 hours, because I keep dying every 3 minutes. I think there's only like a couple % chance that someone will drop their outfit or something. I don't know if you can change that, but the quality of them is immensely higher. Oh my god, I just said immensely. My vocabulary is huge. But as you can see, with every rank going down, it kind of lowers by about 10% in both minimum and maximum conditions. So if I kill an expert, I could get their outfit, which will be 60 to 80, but if it's between 60 to 64%, I will not be able to fix it unless I have expert tools. If they have a heavy outfit, that is. If they have a medium, then, you know, advanced tools. if they have a light in basic, whatever. And with someone like veteran and professional, I really have to get lucky and get into the higher end of the maximum condition. Otherwise, it's gonna be unfixable. And even with the zombie fight stalkers, I could still get a 65% quality armor or helmet or whatever, but it has to be literally the best chance. And even if that is the case, I'm gonna have to spend like 13,000 on the heavy sewing kit. So yeah, is this cheating? Would you consider it cheating? To me, not really. Maybe just lower like these three a bit down. I don't know. But for weapons, it's I think pretty much the exact same for the most part. Just slightly better chances. Here's a cool little thing. FDDA redone. If you do not want animations for your thing. Oh, I'm gonna check this. Oh yeah. So if I'm eating food or skinning an animal and I get shot or bitten or something, it's gonna prevent me from doing it, I would assume. So that's pretty good actually. That would have saved me from dying multiple times. That's a little spelling mistake, L. But if you don't want animations at all, you can just check them off. I don't use the free zoom. I turned off my minimap, by the way. I don't use it. I don't like it. Oh, this is what that is. I forgot completely about this. I guess my outfit drops are not default. This is how I've set it up. Maybe the percentages are a bit high, but I start with literally 0 items, 0 weapons, and 0 money, so I think it's kind of fair. I have added sleeping traders. Upgrade kits are at 50%. I don't know if that's the default, I don't remember. And here is the final one, ZCP. Here are my dynamic anomalies and stuff. I think I increased my scattered loot to 1, which is the max. Also find extra items on NPCs and it's a 10% chance. A bunch of repair kits and useful items all at 10%. And a bit of extra ammo. Never hurts, does it? I increased the mutant squad size, I think from 1 to 1.5, I think. I just said I think twice, yes. I can go to 5, but no, I will not be doing that. Spawn random mutant squads. It was at 6%, I just increased it to 10. And here are all the cool mutants, as well as unused mutants too, with a 20% chance of them spawning. So yeah, numbers and stuff, cool. Stalker squad size I've also increased to 1.5. I forgot to enable zombies. That's cool. I'll do like 5%, I think, and half of them will be basic zombies, and the other half is going to be these guys, so there should be a bit more mutants that are, you know, scary and stuff. And that's it. There's no more things. So these are my settings, I guess. And yeah, that's it. That's the video. And now me and Fanatic are gonna go on a little adventure. This is autistic, bro. What is going on? What the fuck? So did you like this video? You didn't? It was boring? It was boring. Oh man. Wow guys, look at that. New cool epic animation. That's one of the new mods that I installed for the next playthrough. A little spoiler alert, I guess. Well, I guess it's a goodbye. Next time on Stalker Gamma.
My